We're live now. Let's see if it works. This is why we tested it on Friday. But who knows if it will actually work.
Oh, are you live?
Yeah, we got audio anyway. I'm going to see receiving your content. YouTube is starting. Twitch is going, so that's good.
I'm making tea real quick.
Ooh, yeah, make me some tea too.
Fine.
Okay! Technically, pop out chat. Okay. Let's see if... Whoa, let me make sure everything is public and stuff. Yeah, public. Cool. Is anyone here yet? No? Not yet. It's alright. If I can go to the chat. Oh, I just stay there. Oh, well, let me go back to that dashboard. It is kind of nice because it's just going to go. Web. I don't know. No one's here yet.
Still?
No, it's taking a minute, and it may just be that everything is running a little slower. I wonder if our notifications. We got 6 viewers on Twitch. What up?
Who?
There's 6 people watching on Twitch. Hi, friends. We probably 6. Well, there's 6 views totally, but 0 people watching. So, right now, 1 person. There's 1 person right there right now.
Is that you?
No, yeah, probably. I'm trying to figure out what is going on. Because I'm wondering if, when we do it through Restream, if it's actually notifying people. Oh, it says 2 people watching. I wonder how...
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? We are trying new stuff. So, are you there? That's the question. I am...
That's the question you're trying to figure out.
Currently clearing out of all the things I can clear out of. Launch the chat app. Alright, we are online. Weirdly enough, no one is commenting, which is interesting. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Paul. This is TwinSauce. If you're new here, if you're on Twitch specifically, and you're just finding us, we are not daily vloggers anymore. Goodness, we are YouTubers from YouTube, obviously, and we're doing 36 questions today, which is actually a podcast musical about a love story, which is weird.
No, it's not. That's not where it originated.
Is that not where
it's a psychology test?
Is it?
But it's typically used.
Teach me about it. 'Cause I don't know.
The website I found anyway says this is 36 questions that will psychologically make you more likely to hang out with somebody another time.
Oh,
in the
really?
future. Like
That's kind of cool.
specifically. We obviously live together, breathe
are
the
best
same air,
friends.
and we're best friends, and we're twins, and we're brothers. So
Lisa, hi,
that
Lisa.
will inevitably happen. I think Matthew, our other roommate, will
Lemony.
be joining us at some.
No, so Lemony, the original 36 questions wasn't to fall in love. It was just to make you more likely to hang out with another person
But
again.
that is what it's turned into, because
Right.
that's like the video trend was that people would do like, can two strangers fall in love using 26 questions. Well, at least that's the research I did in the brief 10 minutes before this live stream went live. So
it probably means something completely different.
It could mean to fall in love. And so, if anything, we'll just pretend that it's 36 questions that we're just asking each other. So,
same Lemony, same.
yeah.
What's new, everybody?
So we don't know.
Our users aren't here today.
Our peeps.
Yeah, where's
well, they're not
everybody?
here yet. So we'll
I don't
just
know
give
why.
them a chance to breathe, Paul.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just used to people jumping on right away. You know what I'm saying?
Too. Hold on, I'll tweet about it real fast.
Yeah, send a tweet.
We live. Where are you
a tweet.
at?
Yikes. Tracy Green. Hey, from my rental car. Hey, Tracy. Are you in California right now? Where are you at? What state? Are you home? From a rental car? I assume you're probably on the road.
On the road.
But we miss you and we want to hang out with you and get coffee sometime because I want to catch up.
Yeah.
Is MatthewMooMoore here? Oh, is he joining the 36 questions?
Here, I'll scoot over. You want to be on this side? Which side would you like to be on? Whoa.
Indiana.
Whoa. Oh, are you on the trip with Wes? I think Wes is in Indy or North Carolina. He's somewhere. I spied Moo. Yops. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna
so
turn
I
this
texted them the 36 questions to both of you, so you guys can look at them as well. But
Sorry.
okay, bye.
How's that expose looking?
I think it looks fine. I don't know though. So let's just dive right in and get started. Now, if you are familiar with 36 questions to fall in love, I believe these are the same questions, but the website I found said that this would be for just
It's a psychological test.
It's like a test. That means our tea's done. Steeping. First question. Are you ready, Paul?
Yeah.
Okay. Given the choice of anyone in the world, past, present, or future, I guess past or present, whom would you want as a dinner guest?
As a dinner guest?
Yeah, like who would you want as a dinner guest? You can. Do you want to? I was assuming you would.
Oh, okay. But you don't have to.
Ugh. Paul, what about you? For me,
I was gonna say Jesus.
I have a lot of questions for Jesus, but I feel like that's such a cliche.
we'll have eternity for that.
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney.
He would be a cool
I was
person.
thinking you'd say Katy Perry, but we already met her.
No.
So it's fine. For a dinner party. But I feel like at a dinner party there is an element of like...
Did you want some tea?
It's hot outside.
It is not hot outside.
Yes, it is.
It is hot, Paul. We almost died today. It was
That's true.
99
It's 81 degrees.
outside.
Calm down. This just smells so good, though.
But
I'm
I just
gonna
wanted
fall
some
off this
tea.
couch because of my back.
Oh, sorry. So, I don't know. Walt Disney would be a fantastic one, but I don't think that's not mine.
Ooh, wait just a second.
I think... I don't know. I don't have any, like...
People that you like desire to.
I feel like I have the opportunity to do that because I get to sit down with you guys all the time and eat, and I get to sit with
Like my
our
parents are
my
so
grandparents
cool.
or like my heroes. But
Yeah.
I think to sit down with some of the founding fathers of America and to hear their heart, things
Like
about
their heart
what
for the
they're-
country
yeah.
and what their hopes were that it would become.
Yeah, yeah. I think that'd be really
That would be cool.
Like Abe Lincoln, which everyone I guess he's not as great as everyone said he was.
Okay,
so.
everybody, but in today's society, everyone is not as great as they say.
True.
It's true.
But I
mean,
feel
but
like-
I'm sure Walt Disney had his moments too. You know, you sit down at a dinner party with him, and he
I
probably
mean-
was not everything
But-
that was whimsical.
but-
He was a businessman,
I mean, I think it
And a
but
creative.
I think that's why it would be
which
great
actually
to talk to him.
Brian Ward just I don't know.
I don't know. I think Abraham Lincoln or something. He's always been kind of
Somebody you looked at.
looked up to.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like
he
anybody
is.
that I've wanted to talk to, I just do.
Not
but
the past, though.
but not in the past. I just have a lot of questions for Jesus. I just there's so many things like biblically that I'm like, Jesus, what were you talking about? Like I don't understand this.
Yeah.
But
I'd have Paul the Apostle or somebody like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
sit in prison with him, that'd be cool.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I mean, it would be terrible.
That was a
but-
different time. Would you like to be famous, and in what way? I feel like this is kind of a...
I think
question.
in my this is hard because I would love to.
These
be
are
in-
short questions, because there's 36 of them. There's a lot.
Yikes! I think for me, I would want to be known as.
So what's it? It's answer yes
do
or
you
no.
want to be
Do you
famous?
want to be
Oh.
famous?
Yes,
And in what way?
I want to say because I'm a good influence, but I don't really know. Like or a good teacher or a good.
I think I would want to be famous on the internet, just because I think internet fame
Yeah.
is fascinating and a fun study.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would want to be known as a good storyteller, whether that be through song, visual media.
That's a good.
Or,
Yeah.
like,
Be good known for your stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, totally. Before making a phone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say?
No.
Yes,
No.
I do all the time. I rehearse it and then it never goes as planned. Ever.
I am notorious. for
I
saying the
rehearse
wrong
it before I
thing.
get to
I don't
places.
ever call anybody that I need to rehearse it for.
Oh, I
Because
always
I'm either
am
just
thinking.
calling one of you or like
Yeah.
Maya or Hope or like my mom. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like when you to call for like a job interview or like an inquiry about a job or something like that.
If I'm going in
Would
for
you-
an interview, I'm always rehearsing every question I could possibly think of.
Really?
Like things like that.
I don't know that
Um,
stuff. I guess.
Why do you do that? I do it because I'm just nervous, and that's how I deal with it. What would you constitute as a perfect day? This is weird, but I think a perfect day for me is kind of like a day where we would travel, like when we went to Minneapolis, and it was like a one day like, whoa, yeah, let's just go, or let's go St. Louis or somewhere like crazy and just do something crazy like that.
Yes, everybody, you can answer the questions as well as we go. You can throw out your your answers. Becky said her person she'd want to sit down with would be Michelle Obama.
Oh yeah.
You might be able to someday.
Yeah.
She's still alive. What?
You are so dark.
What did you say?
I said not for long.
Oh God.
He was joking, everyone. I think also one of my favorite days was your birthday, when we went to the record store.
What was the
and
question?
what would you constitute as a perfect day?
Oh, I agree. That birthday was lit.
I think travel all the time, like putting yourself in a different like context, like putting yourself in a different like place. But I don't want to have to travel on that day that I'm perfect day.
I think just like exploring.
Yeah.
I think like that day was super fun because we did have a
click
plan.
off this because I can't see myself?
Oh no, sorry. I was looking at these. Do you need to see yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to see if I look irritated or not.
Or your RBF?
Matthew needs to see his RBF. What about you? You were saying something.
Oh no, I was saying that I think that the beauty of like when you travel, sometimes you get lost in the mundane because you don't know any better. You don't know the area well enough. Right. It's like so if you're in a new city and you're like, I want to go on an adventure, so you try, but it may be hit or miss. You know, you don't know the area well enough to know what's a good hit. Whereas I feel like when we were here, we were able to do like the Almaeus and do their cereal thing, and then go to the record store, and then go ice skating and go. But we knew where all those things were and how that would work within a day's structure. And I feel like that's where that was kind of so perfect for me, is being able to explore the city in a way that was super fun.
Did you want to answer that, dude?
Yeah, I said like exploring.
Yeah, exploring.
Just a day exploring somewhere new, or like
finding new things.
Yeah.
Like when? No, go ahead. Like what?
Like exploring Tokyo in like 2 weeks.
Shut your mouth!
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. This is gonna be so much fun.
When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else? I think you last sang to yourself
I listen
today.
to myself in the shower right now.
Yeah. Right before this live stream.
That's true, Tracy. Sometimes it's the opposite of what I said, and you do travel and you find the perfect experience. So that's true. It goes both
I was
ways.
thinking when you were saying that. I was like, I feel like you have more of an element to discover new things.
That's true.
Because everything is new.
That's true.
He's not alive. He passed away.
Who?
Elijah said the person I would want to sit down with is MatthewMooMoore. Ever heard of him? And then Hannah said, "Who's that?" And then Elijah said, "Just a famous YouTuber. Is he still alive?" And I said, "He passed away."
Oh yeah. I sing to myself every time I drive in the car. Today I was driving and I sing to myself.
Oh yeah, we sing a lot
and
in
then
the car.
Also I sing with you guys in the car, so I feel like that's singing to someone else. I don't know. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or the body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you choose? The mind or body? I'm so superficial. I would totally do body.
I would only. This is so sad, but I would only do the body because I hate that because I love learning. I love like the experience of learning.
No, if you take your, I guess then
your mind.
Everything new.
That's mine.
That's yours. I'm so sorry.
You would just stay in your immature or your maturity level, and your mental state and your learning state would be the same. You wouldn't be able to learn anything new, which is something that's so hard for me because I would love learning, but I am superficial and I hate pain. And so as you grow older, you have aches and pains that come that are horrible.
When you're 30,
and I already have aches and pains.
I would choose body.
Body
No.
of the 30-year-old
mind.
I would choose the mind.
Yeah.
And continued age. That's a hard one. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die? Or in other terms, pass away? I don't have any idea.
No. I hope I die in my sleep. Oh, excuse me. I hope I pass away in my sleep.
We should probably explain why we say pass away. And we probably should.
Don't ever say that to me ever again.
Oh, there's a mic right here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My bad. This is weird, but I've always felt like I'm gonna have a water-related death because I like water so much. But I don't know.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I have no idea. I hope to die in my sleep, I guess. Name three things you and your partner appear to have in common. I think that's just like all three of us. Well, I look like you, and I sound like you, and I have a similar personality and outlook on life as you. So that's three things. For you, we are the same height. I would say that we are both semi-realistic, more realist.
Light brown hair.
You have black hair.
I do not have black hair. I'll get off of here right now and go in the room and lock the door.
You're trying to trigger me. You said that to trigger me.
What are you guys talking about?
It's the color of his hair. I don't know. I got lost. I was on a roll.
You were saying things that are similar about us.
And I was on a roll, and then I've gotten thrown off. And we both love uploading things on YouTube. We both. That's how we kind of bonded. Now, what you can say.
What we have in common is we both love to experience emotional things within movies. So we love to experience movies emotionally. Mm-hmm. We like to. I had one of them while I was saying that one and trying to figure out how to wordage that. I lost it. This is the bad one. I'm not gonna say that one out loud. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You were both men? Oh, how creative.
No, it was more than that. I think we both have a desire to explain ourselves, like in a way that we both want to be heard, but we both do it in very different ways. And so, like,
true. That's true.
I just think that's really interesting. But that our goal is the same when we approach those things, specifically like when we fight. And
our relationship isn't perfect all the time.
Oh wait, that's 3 because we both have penises.
That was said very loud. So sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Can somebody monitor the chat on?
I am monitoring the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just not answering.
You and Matthew are both minimalist vegans, so.
No, that's not the same.
Trigger.
No, trigger.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
That was the similar about us?
That was the similar about all of us.
Yeah.
Wait.
I have to be careful because there's some things that are similar that are like human nature things that are like everybody has that same.
We both have eyes.
Yeah. Or even like
we
both
have a nose.
Even I think at the beginning, like when I even said like we both feel the desire to be heard. I think that's a human nature.
We both
thing.
have black shirts.
Wow.
Wow.
What else are similar? There's so many similarities.
All
about us.
3 fit in the same overalls, except at different times. Only one at a time. We all fit.
The same pair of overalls.
I was thinking of good ones, but now I'm on the spot.
Sorry. Same. That's what happened. I was thinking about it when Luke was telling his. I was like, wow, these are great. And then
Yeah, y'all made me go first. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Hi, Mara.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'll think of it later.
What did he say? So crass, Paul. I'm blushing.
For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
Oh gosh, that's hard. I'm so grateful for so many things.
Most grateful
though. Salvation. That's Jesus.
Huge
You know, it's huge.
I would say that too. I don't know. Friendship, family.
I think
relationships. I
think the love that's presented in my life in a way that's like. I think the love in my life, the people that love me, the people that pour into me. I mean that would include Jesus, and that would include His love for me and my parents and a lot of people. So, I mean that.
Us, pour into you.
Our friendship.
Yeah, our friendship. Love.
Lasagna. No, I said lasagna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you and lasagna.
If you could change anything about the way that you were raised, what would it be? I kind of wish I was public school.
Because my mom's still.
Like I just at times, sometimes I wish there was things I didn't experience.
Still watching this.
Hi, Mom.
My mom's not watching this. I don't think.
If she is, she's on the Apple TV and she can't comment. So
she'll probably be hurt by anything.
Yikes.
Maybe that's not a good question to answer while our parents can hear that, but I don't know. I don't think there was anything.
There wasn't anything
I feel like everything happened for a reason, and I'm very thankful to be here.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm not happy about, like that I regret, but they all happened and they all made me who I am today. So I'm not like, God has a plan for that, and I trust that.
Yeah. What number are we on? 11. Take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible.
Oh, I'll start a timer.
4
You guys can do that.
minutes.
Matthew, you've got to do. We'll put a timer on.
I was born, and then I lived a little bit, and now I'm here.
Wow, that was good.
That was very detailed. Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Go first.
Go, Luke. Go.
I was born in Ainsworth, Nebraska in 1993. The month was March. My parents already had 2 kids, and they were Nate and Steven, and then Paul and I popped out, and there we were. We were raised in a small town of Ainsworth, Nebraska, which is in north central Nebraska. We were 3 hours from the nearest Walmart, and so I do remember every time going to Walmart it being a very special thing. While I was being raised, I was very different. I was very artistic. Paul and I both enjoyed the arts and things.
This is your life story, not mine.
Paul, we're basically the same person. Although I was very manipulative, and I was what they call the dominant twin, which means that I just kind of took over and I was more leadership oriented. So I kind of controlled a lot of things, which was not necessarily helpful in my relationship with Paul. I kind of like smothered him to make him into who I needed him to be. Smothered like with a pillow. I basically killed you. Emotionally, and I made you into what I wanted to be. Fast forward till about 13. No, let's just skip all of that because high school was weird and it was fine. I did a bunch of youth groups and camps, and I was homeschooled, so there wasn't a whole lot of drama. I got a job when I was 15 at a grocery store, and I worked there until I was 17, which is when basically all hell broke loose in our family. My dad quit his longtime job, and we ended up moving around a lot. So we went for 8 months. My senior year, I was in a small town in southwestern Nebraska, and that was crazy. One of the best things that could have ever happened to me was to do that. God really worked in my life in that way. During that time and right before that time, we went to China on a missions trip, and it was in that time that I believe that I kind of got saved. I was 17. I hadn't really made a real commitment to. I'd prayed the sinner's prayer a lot of times. And then when I finally was in China and I saw real Christians living out their faith in a way that was not real Christians, that sounds terrible, but Christians that were, it was life or death if they were believers, and they were doing it so loud and proud, and it was just inspiring to me, and it kind of portrayed what that was to look like. And so I don't know if I got saved before that point, but that's where I really decided, God, I want to follow you with whatever you have for my life, and I really want you to be the center of focus of my life, and that to be
a minute and a half.
My thing. So then I came to college. I went to Calvary University, which is in South Kansas City. I first got a degree in Bible, which was a 2-year program, and then I went back and got a 4-year degree in business management, and then I went back, and in that time I got a master's by the time I was 23. Throughout that time I did a little bit of theater, ended up hating theater, so then Paul got a degree in theater and I got a degree in business. A lot of drama happened, but that's where I met my good friend Mo. I dated several people in that time and senior year and stuff, and then so that was crazy. We started the daily vlog in my senior year. In my master's program. We daily vlogged for 2 years, and then, which was crazy. And then just this April, we stopped to try to refocus our brand and try to figure out what we were doing. And now we're still trying to figure that out, and that's why we're live streaming.
You still have 40 seconds.
Oh, I don't have anything else to say.
You met me in 2015.
I met you in 2015. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So sorry. So I met Mo, and then I met lots of people in my college that I should shout out. And then I started working a job. During the daily vlog, we decided to go to VidCon because this was like something we were going to do in real life. I came to VidCon, but at the end of VidCon, Matthew surprised us.
1 second.
And came and we met there, and then anyway. Yeah. So we met there in 2015. You moved here in 2016.
2017.
2017. Oh yeah, 'cause we saw you at Disney at 2016, and you moved here in 2017.
Yeah, and I met Becky too.
And I met Becky
Griggs!
Wow.
I met Becky in 2015 before I met Matthew in real life.
Wow. Yep.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Sorry, what were people saying?
They were saying what's the time before.
Oh.
He was supposed to tell his life story in 4 minutes. If you're real fans, you would have paid attention.
Oh, calm down.
Mara joined during the 4 minutes, so she was at a loss.
And Abby did too.
And
I'm
Abby.
just joking. Sorry. I come off as abrasive.
Tracy, dominant twin seems a little bit aggressive. I was aggressive.
Yeah.
I was. Paul likes to. You'll explain
I'll explain a little bit.
your
more.
side in a little bit.
All right, are you ready? 4 minutes on the clock.
We're doing this again? Okay.
Yeah, for me. Mine's a different story. I mean, it's very similar, but it's different. I was also born in Ainsworth, Nebraska. That's a lie, Luke. We were actually born in Kearney, Nebraska, because they couldn't deliver twins in Ainsworth. Details. So, grew up in Ainsworth, Nebraska. Got started working as a kid pretty early on, mowing lawns and stuff. But in our growing up years, we were, like Luke said, pretty independent, but also artistic and a little bit different, which is fine.
Yeah, when did we start dancing? We were about 14.
14 was when we started dancing. We were semi-pro at Double Dutch. We could all ride unicycles.
Let's not say semi-pro because I don't think we were that good, but we were pretty good.
We were pretty good. We were decent. We could compete at least. We would have enough skills for that. But let's see. I was going to talk about our relationship growing up. So growing up, Luke was pretty aggressive as far as being a twin. I was pretty submissive. As far as like, I would just like kind of keel over and just kind of do whatever.
Whatever I told him.
Whatever. Like, so Luke would just like manipulate me a lot, which was fine. Like, it's
No,
not
that's
fine.
not fine.
There was a lot of emotional scarring from that because I just let him do it until I was like in college. And
No, it was you were. I remember the first time, Mom, when we were 16,
telling
yelled
me I
at
could
you and
say,
said, "You can say no to Luke,"
and I said, "No, but it's
No,
fine.
it's
I'm
fine, it's
okay." I was like not wanting to do stuff.
But then I remember at 16 or 17, you started doing it, and it made me furious.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, you were
suddenly,
like-
I couldn't just tell you to do something, and you just go.
We went through a little rough patch there
We did.
when I got my independence.
We did.
Anyway, so then started working at like a grocery store, moved to like Imperial, like Luke said. Went to Tennessee, worked at a Bible camp for 2 summers while my parents were homeless. They lived in an RV for a while.
We were in school though.
We were in school, so it didn't matter. We went to college. In college, I actually dated Mo. Some of you don't know this, but I dated Mariah 2 separate times in college. One time our sophomore year, and then one time in our senior year. Obviously, that it did not work out, but it's fine. We were better friends than we were when we were in a relationship. So did that. Met Matthew. Started daily vlogging actually after I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Met Matthew in 2015. Was it 2015 when we met, or when we?
No, we met in real life in 2016.
In 2016.
Yes. But we met online
my life story. This
in
is weird.
January in 2015.
There's so many little things I could talk about. I mean, I could tell you. I could talk all day about my life story. There's so many actually, back in high school, I actually got therapy because of my relationship with my dad was so bad, and also it helped with my relationship with Luke and my independence, which he hated. But
I did not like
I
it.
liked it because it was good for me, and I learned how to process my emotions. I think that's very good, and I think therapy, at the time I was very ashamed that I was in therapy, and it took me till just very recently that I'm like, you know what, I learned how to like talk about my emotions. Like, that's good for people. Talk about your emotions sometimes. It's good. Hurt is okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's
Being hurt is inevitable.
inevitable.
And
And anger is actually just a reaction to hurt, pain, and pride. But we could go into that another time. Anyway, yeah, that's a little bit of my life story. We stopped daily vlogging in this year, and man, I'm just repeating everything you said now because I just heard your story.
Yo. Don't.
42 seconds. I don't care. We're gonna stop it. Matthew, you don't tell your life story in
No,
4 minutes.
I'm not telling mine. This is
Why?
your channel.
Yes,
And
but
we have
you're doing
a
the.
million other questions to answer.
Hey, you joined this live
I have to go to
stream.
bed.
You joined the live stream.
Oh, yeah, you do have to get up early tomorrow.
Oh yeah, 6 a.m. No, when do you leave?
If you could wake up tomorrow having gained one quality or ability, what would it be? Mine would be to control the weather, and I would make it rain more here because I hate that it doesn't rain here.
It rained today.
It rains
Yeah.
more. It's rained more
For
this year.
30 minutes.
It's
It
rained
rained more this year than it has in the last
ever.
3 years.
I know. We've gotten a lot more rain. If you could read tomorrow, what would be one claim? What would it be?
I don't. Be
Ability?
a better dancer. I don't know.
Yeah, if I could do the splits, that'd be great. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, and anything else, what would you want to know? These are all weird because I don't feel like I would want. A lot of these I don't care to know.
Is there something that you've dreamt about doing for a long time?
I was going to answer that one. I
About the
want to
crystal
know
ball?
about the future.
Truth about yourself, your life.
I don't
and
want to know the
future?
future.
I don't know. I'd
I'm
rather
waiting to
discover that one.
it. It's less of an adventure if you already have figured it out. Wait, so the future or anything else? I think I'd want to know more about the stock market, if I could understand that.
That's
more.
not the crystal ball will tell you the truth about yourself, your life, or
no,
the
I don't
future.
know the truth about myself.
I already know
Are
that.
you actually proud? Yes.
Is there anything that you've dreamed about doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it? I've thought about creating a class on photography and video production that I could teach, like in a live setting.
I think technically Tracy had that idea.
That was Tracy, and she had the idea for me, and I've wanted to do it ever since she talked about it.
Yeah.
But I haven't done it because I'm scared of. I feel like I'm not worthy to teach a class like that.
I think you are worthy.
Calm down. I have personal problems.
I think I've dreamt about doing more travel in like abroad. And
Yeah.
I just haven't
Done it.
I just feel like I don't have the money to do it, which is probably wise, but also that's why I haven't done it.
I mean,
'Cause
yeah,
it costs a lot of money.
but you could also, I mean, spend money less in other places to spend money in that area.
Sure.
Instead, save some more. Me.
Is there something you dreamt of doing?
Yeah.
Tokyo.
No, I would like to perform an original song on stage and have people sing along in the crowd.
That would be cool.
Why haven't you done that?
Because I haven't written an original song, and I'm also terrified of that.
Yeah. That's good.
What is the greatest?
Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to dance on a like a national tour.
Yeah.
And for a headliner.
Why haven't you done that yet?
I'm not good enough. Oh, actually, that's not true. I just haven't auditioned for
Yeah.
stuff.
What do you value most in a friendship? I feel like that's a weird.
There's so many things.
But what do you value most? That's
think-
where I think I get.
I like at the end of the day to know that no matter like what happens, you know, whether you
We'll
fight
see.
about anything or like you like disagree about some stuff or like just whatever, you know, that at the end of the day that they're still there for you.
Yeah.
Like the unconditional love stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
That nothing that I can do could like
Separate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree
Nothing
with
that you could have done or did
Yeah.
could make me think of or different think of anything.
Can you just scoot forward a little bit? You look.
Yeah.
Your head looks so small when you sit back.
Oh,
like
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm just trying to get comfy.
Sorry.
I value that. I think understanding. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with that. But just I don't know.
to understand the other
Like being
person's
heard.
perspective.
I don't know. That's I guess a human need, but that like dynamic that goes with trust and being heard and just unconditional. I think unconditional acceptance, which is I think what you said, but what I'm thinking of is that like ability to be heard and to be able to be vulnerable without fear of judgment.
Yeah.
What
sorry.
is your most treasured memory? I think whenever I was little, me and my parents went to Atlanta one time, and we went to Best Buy, and we got the Schoolhouse Rock CD, and we listened to 3 is a Magic Number, and that was like me and my mom and dad's song, and it was just like a nice, like, I don't know, sweet moment, like before my siblings came, and not that I don't love my siblings, but I just remember that, like,
Thanks, bro.
yeah, I just like, I like before my siblings and then after my siblings for like different reasons. I don't know, but I like.
You have so
that.
many memories, I think, before your siblings, which
Yeah.
is interesting because that's not normally the case.
I don't know what mine is. I think I have a lot, but one of like my most. I don't know. There's so many. Because I think of a lot in like more recent history. I think one that I just think back of very fondly is it's not a memory, but it's like a wrapping up of VidCon 2016, which was like my first year at VidCon. It was very, very exciting and very new. And then I met like Becky, and we met crazy random like connections that turned
Yeah.
into friends, and then turned into, you know, like.
And then we met Matthew in real life for
we
the
met
first
Matthew in real
time.
life at Disney. I think, I don't know. There's just a lot, but that was a big like time in like where it was like, you know, we're still small on the internet, but we still are, but we're still, I don't know, there was like this desire to get better, and that was, I don't know, kind of like a church time.
There's memories of like.
And it was like we were roughing it, kind of. We didn't have any money. It was great.
Truth.
Oh, is that why it's not moving?
What is going on? There we go. Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. Nope.
Oh, where are we at? Where was the last stuff we need?
It's fine. We'll just keep on going.
Okay.
What is your most terrible memory? I puked on a beanbag chair in kindergarten, and everybody was mad at me.
That's so sad.
That is so sad.
And my kindergarten teacher used to yell at me and Frederick because we didn't know how to tie our shoes.
They used to yell at you?
Yeah.
That's like
is
emotional
so-
scarring.
That is so sad. Terrible.
Like
I try to
terrible.
block out most of
I
my
know.
bad memories.
I have one that's really bad, but I don't really want to say it.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. One of mine is when I was younger, my dad wanted us to have. I had Paul mentioned this, but we didn't have a great relationship with our dad growing up. Not for anything that our dad did. It's just that we were different and didn't have the same interests as he did. But he also wanted to teach us how to work, and so there was a lot of times that we. And I really, really am thankful for this, but he would make us work even if we weren't happy about it. And this time we were supposed to be painting the arches of our house, and so we had to actually
This is a great
put
story.
up a ladder and move the ladder every 10 feet. And it was like we had a huge, almost 3-story house, and so doing these was quite the
We were
job.
painting
and it
the
just
trim
took
is what we were doing.
forever. And we were still pretty young, probably 12, 13, maybe even younger. I don't know.
No, we would have been at least that old.
Yeah, but we weren't at work yet at
Yeah.
the grocery store or anything. And so I do remember this, but I remember like literally getting into a fight with Dad and just screaming. And I remember he ended up spanking me, which I'm still very thankful my parents did that because that's what I needed. But I remember one of the things I remember screaming is I hate you and I know that you hate me. And then running upstairs, my mom is weeping because she heard it.
Yeah.
And there's just like this terrible sense of like I didn't know what I was saying, and I tell them every time I see them, but I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
You guys are getting way too deep.
Hey,
It's
it's
a
everyone's
terrible,
most
terrible memory.
Yeah.
My most so this isn't my most terrible memory, but it's kind of a funny terrible memory.
But I still love my parents, and I love them to death, and they still love me after that.
yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I had a gal at work actually tell me about her daughter telling her that, and I was
Just-
like,
oh
just
my gosh.
broke her heart. It was crazy. And you have a lot of power over your parents, but don't abuse that. Because they do a lot.
Don't
for
say
you.
stuff like that.
But no, so this was not a similar story, but a little bit different. So I ate the last taco shell, and Nate had called it. Okay, my oldest brother Nate, and
I don't remember this at all.
and I ate it out of spite. But Mom and Dad didn't know the situation, and Dad took my side. It's like, Nate, like, calm down. It's like not a big deal. And he got so mad, and it makes sense because Luke and I were kind of a lot, and so we a lot of times got our way. Not a lot in that situation, but
We're a lot.
either way, Nate got really frustrated and he ran away. He got on his bike and he ran away.
I do remember
and,
that part.
And it broke my heart, my little 8-year-old, 7-year-old heart that I had.
I do remember
And
watching
it-
him bike away down the street.
I know, and I
Like,
thought I
he
literally
left.
lost my big brother. I thought that, and I was like, and then he came back and he had to apologize, and I was just like, I felt
You needed to.
I needed to. I think I did
Stupid
apologize.
taco shell.
So dumb. I can't believe I did that out of spite.
Oh my gosh.
And I made Mom and Dad believe me that I was in the right, and but because of my
You won,
pride.
but what did you lose?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't worth what I won.
Oh gosh.
It was a taco shell.
Yeah,
It's
that
not worth
I don't
it.
like that question, but that brings up a lot of memories that I
A
didn't
lot
even
of
think
hurt
about.
and
That's
pain.
crazy. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, what would you would you change anything about the way you are living now, and why? I think I would drain my bank account to go travel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or give it away.
I don't know. Yeah, something. What would you do if you had 1 year to live? Or did you? You didn't share a terrible memory. I'm sorry.
I did. I said I
Yeah.
puked on a
Oh,
beanbag
you
chair.
did. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
How would you
Yeah,
live your
I
life
don't know.
differently? I would quit my job and I'd do something like for fun.
Yeah, I'd like, I don't know,
I would make a
climb
YouTube.
Mount Everest or something.
Really?
Yeah, I've always wanted to.
Don't people die doing that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why it's like a big deal.
Speed up the process.
Oh yikes! Matthew does like to joke about that.
What does friendship mean to you?
Didn't we already answer this? Kind of.
No. You said it was what do you like in friendship?
What do you value most in friendship? But what does friendship mean to me? I think an ever-present, not ever-present because you don't have to always.
Oh yeah, Becky Griggs would definitely come to Australia, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go to Australia and Europe and Tokyo. I don't know, all the places, Japan, all over Japan, just tour all over Japan. What does friendship mean to you?
Nate. Sorry. Somebody said Nate is me. Who said that? Nate is me at minor inconveniences. Sorry, what was the last question we're supposed to be answering?
Friendship, I think to me, I didn't ever feel like, whenever I was growing up, I didn't ever feel like I had anybody really, because, I don't know, I was an only child, so I didn't have a lot of, like, I had friends, but I didn't ever feel like, you know,
You had
they would
support?
always, like, yeah, support me, or, like, they were there for me at the end of the day, or, like, all that stuff. So I think there's a point where I was just like, okay, I guess I'm not going to have any friends. I, like, just have my brothers and my family, and, like, that's fine. And then I met you guys, and then I was just like, oh.
You met us?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, oh, wow, this is, like, what it's supposed to be like. This is, like, what having friends is supposed to be like.
Oh.
So, I don't know. I guess it means a lot.
Yeah. Well, and that's why the word means is weird to me, because it feels like it means a lot to have a good friend and to have a friend that'll, you know.
Yeah, I
love
mean,
you
I had my
forever.
parents, but, you know.
Well, that's what you said. Yeah, like your
My
family.
mom just said 3 is a magic number.
Oh, yeah. Lemony, I just want to say this one time she said she was grounded with a friend. They did something really bad, and I told him we should make a plan to kill his mom. His mom overheard us, and I got in huge trouble. My mom prayed over me, and I got a spanking. I was 6.
That's you.
I'm sorry. That I shouldn't laugh because that's kind of sad,
that's
but also
terrible.
kind of something a 6-year-old would say. You
It's
know,
true.
We should kill your mom.
We should kill your mom.
Don't do that, kids.
Kiddos. Go.
Um,
Don't even talk about
I'm sorry. Where are we? Oh,
that. What number are we on?
it keeps like bouncing
What
around on my
roles
phone.
do love and affection play in your life? None. Next question.
Same.
No, one of my love languages is like physical touch, so I feel like affection would play into that. So like, I don't know, it plays a big deal in my world.
Like
Like a
the way
hug.
you give a hug. And
Like, I give somebody a
always,
hug
like,
and
so like it always means so much to you to get a
Yeah.
hug from people. Yeah.
Especially if someone else initiates a hug.
Yeah.
I feel like
That
this is
means
talking
a
more
lot.
romantically.
Yeah.
And I'm
I'm taking it on a
yeah,
different
right
I
now.
don't ever get love and affection in my life anymore because
I give you hugs.
you'd rather spend time watching Facebook videos.
Oh.
Cool. He's really more of a quality time guy himself.
Called out.
Called out.
Alternate sharing something that you consider a positive characteristic of a partner.
Quit saying partner, just say friend.
Alternative sharing something that you
That's true.
consider
That
a
sounds so
positive
weird.
characteristic of a friend. Share a total of 5 times. So, positive characteristic. I mean, like trust,
Yeah, loyalty.
care, but that's the same as wait, not really.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
oh gosh, all the things. Patience,
Yeah.
understanding, kindness. I don't know. All the fruits of the spirit.
I think this is. Oh. I
It
think
says,
it's
like-
something like you see that you think is positive about.
Oh.
Your friends.
Oh, not just in general.
Yeah, but I guess that's fine.
Oh, okay. But I see that in you guys, so that's great too.
Oh, patience.
You
Not
don't see
in
that
you.
in yourself?
Yeah, no.
Patient sometimes.
I have to work.
And
on
then
it
sometimes
so
you're
bad.
just really hangry. That's what I think.
that or I'm overly
um,
stressed out
yeah.
about videos.
We're
If you
all
could
fine.
wake up, we already did that. Way.
How
down
close
there.
and warm is your family? Do you feel like your childhood was happier than others?
I feel like I had
I
a
think so.
really, other than the story I just told you, I think that I had a really, really warm and like very loving childhood.
I mean, it wasn't perfect.
I don't know if it was
also
better than everybody else's, but I feel like I was very blessed to have the childhood I did. I feel like it worked well for my personality.
I mean, we have.
who I am.
I mean, I think not to be biased, but I did have a twin, so that was pretty great.
Yeah, and that
And we were close, and we didn't fight a lot. I mean, you
I
manipulated
just
me,
watch
but
the
other than
Parent
that.
Trap all
Yeah.
the time.
No,
By
you weren't.
myself.
By myself.
Becky Griggs says, "Look, and Paul, you guys give the best hugs. It's insane. I'm gonna frame that on my wall."
That's a comment with a million words.
I feel like I already said that I liked my childhood.
You had a
Paul,
very unique childhood.
Tracy said this. She said, "Confession, Paul. I don't like hugs, and I never initiate them, except with you. There's something about you that calls me to hug you. It must be your vibes."
What's probably my vibes? I have well, and Gina at church, Chuck Noah's wife, she told me, she said, she came up to me, she's like, Paul, is it weird that I just want to hug you right now? And I said, no, that's normal. She's like, okay. So,
oh, that's right. Hannah Wood says she needs to give you an actual hug because you had hurt yourself ice skating right before we went to Haiti. And
yes,
so when we met her, she didn't want to hurt you, so she was like, she gave you a very gentle hug.
Yeah. Well,
Paul
when we meet again, I'll give you a real one.
Matthew's family was warm. I'd say your family's super warm. I loved hanging out with him. They visited last week. Yeah.
And we've been at their house several different times. And
yeah.
I love
They've always been so welcoming and warm to me. I don't know how it was like as a kid, but for us, it's been great.
We need to plan a trip to Savannah because I want to go down to Savannah and just like hang out for a week and go to coffee shops like we did. Because we only went for like a weekend, right? When we went with Mariah. I want to go again.
How do you feel about your relationship with your mother?
My mom
is the greatest human.
You should share because your mom's watching. This is a love letter. Think of this as Mother's Day.
Oh,
love letter to your mom.
I like my mom.
Oh wow, that was a
How was your relationship with your mother? Good. Fine.
I just when I got back from our shoot, Matthew was like, "Are you mad at me because I'm only giving you one word responses?"
Yeah, because Paul was like, "How was your day at work?" And I was like, "Good." And then he was like, "How was your run?" And I was like, "Fine."
And then I gave up and I started setting up the live stream.
Abby says, "I need a Harworth hug," and Becky says, "I need a Harworth hug. I want to get that tattooed on my face." Same.
We really though. If you come to a Harworth anything, it is a lot. Well, I don't know about Scott's kids, but all of our family is that way.
We saw Amanda today, and I gave her a hug.
She gave me several hugs.
I think so. I don't know about their whole family, but she's a hugger. My immediate family is insanely close in the way that we interact with each other. So everyone gives each other hugs. Everyone is very physical. My sister-in-laws are not necessarily that way originally, but they've become that way.
Or they've adapted slightly to be.
You'll notice that a little bit. That Anna is just very different from our family, and so it'll be interesting. We love Anna, and we're just so excited to initiate her with more hugs.
She's make three
She's so sweet.
true we statements each.
What?
For instance, we are both in this room feeling da da da.
Oh, okay. We statements.
We are all, because we can't say both because there's three of us, but we are all.
We're all chained to the rhythm.
We're all chained to the rhythm?
You more than me.
Yipes. Wait, I don't understand.
Because chained to the rhythm is about social media.
Oh,
like you hit Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
No, my phone, no.
We are all in this room feeling.
We're all in this together.
We are all in this room and we
Okay, this is not going anywhere because we were trying so hard. What?
That's true. We are all in this room together.
We're all in life together.
Yeah.
We're all on this journey together today.
I think we're supposed to be like more like specific.
We are all breathing.
Complete the sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share ... I feel like I have people, my parents, and my brother, and you.
Is this?
Share a trip. Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because you're sitting down. I don't know. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, maybe it's just Matthew sitting back further.
I wish we could all share a world tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Matthew could headline and we could sing or dance
back
for us.
up.
Stop.
Oh, we don't want to give that away?
No, I can write a song first. Then we can.
Oh, okay. We have to write a song first. Yeah. You have to write a song first. I'm not gonna have it. If you are going to become a close friend with your friends, please share what would be important to him or her, for him or her to know.
That I like giving hugs?
No.
No.
I think they need to know that before they get into
a
a close relationship with you. Yes.
Yeah, but I think they'd figure that out really fast.
Yeah. That's it.
What else do you think they would need to know?
I need to know about that I'm very obsessive about things.
Yeah.
They would need to know that I am a lot. I'm dynamic in this. I'm an onion. So like I will give you a lot at first that you think is a lot, but it's only the surface of a layer.
Yeah. You are.
You think you know a lot about me.
You're 100% like the onion that's not like the typical onion.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
And I think that every human is like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like they have a bit of an onion to them.
But I have a problem with manipulating the situation to make you feel like you know me better than you do.
Don't like with me.
Yeah. I think that's.
But I think people would know that.
I think people
like,
need to know that I'm relatively manipulative, and that is
Relative?
okay.
I'm just kidding.
I've been working on it, but
You
that's
are.
also I'm emotionally manipulative, which is something that you need to call me out on.
Yeah.
And that's something that once you recognize it's happening, call me out, because I don't want to do that. But if I am doing that, then I need to know, because it's subconscious a lot of times.
I'm also very particular too.
Uh-huh.
I think sometimes I
we
get
all
so
are.
quiet that people just don't realize that I am very like
Opinionated.
opinionated
Mhm.
and like want things a certain way, and
But they would never know that because they don't listen.
yeah,
Or they just haven't
or
gotten to
because
know
I don't
you. Yeah, when
like
you haven't.
say it or let any of that out. I guess.
Yeah, no, I get that. So like,
Because I feel like-
letting people know that you are opinionated and you have a lot of
Yeah.
opinions.
Tracy, I'm glad I'm not alone, and I'm
Because
glad that you're
I
worse
feel
at
like
it than I am,
People
or better at it.
I feel like people have felt like they were close to me before, and I'm like, you don't even know anything because I'm only giving you like
A P.
an ounce
Yeah.
of my personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It took me a long time to feel like I kind of knew. Actually, that's not true. I felt like I just knew you. I don't know if I feel like I've just known you from a past life, but when I got to know you, like when we would all like do live streams with, or like video chats with Jessica and stuff, I just felt like I knew you. But I also felt like you didn't say anything, so I was like, well, I'll just talk to Jessica. But I'd love to talk to Matthew, but I'll just talk to Jessica too, because I was excited about that whole friendship. But then you would call me.
Matthew's opinionated? What? Seriously?
But you would call me one-on-one, and then you would talk, and then I would get to know you personally and figure out that you're opinionated. I really wanted to know why you didn't.
I just
want to be
remember-
called Matt, and I was like, why is that a
Wait,
problem?
time out.
But
Then
then
you
you
something that was
explain
really
that to me.
funny back when we first started, when you
I was
first
in the
became
middle of
friends.
the story, okay?
Yeah, no, it wasn't that interesting. I had another story that I thought was more interesting. Let's be honest. But there was
when you thought that I was manipulative. Shaming.
when we all first became friends, there would be times where like I would come home from work at the office and I'd be like at the production company, and then I would be working and you guys would be on the phone. Like Luke, you'd have gotten home from something and you were on the phone, so you guys just continued to talk, and I'd be editing. And there was one time you got off the phone, and this was like right at the beginning of our friendship, right? And Luke had talked the entire time, and he got off the phone and he's like, I'm so tired. He's like, I just feel like I had to drive that conversation the entire time. And then and it was so funny to see that first side, you know, where you're being really reserved and you're not talking a lot. And then all of a sudden, Luke wouldn't talk anymore, and I would forget he's on the phone. And then he'd be like, yeah, I get that. And I'd be like, oh yeah, he's not. Or I'd be like, what? But it was interesting to see that like shift in the relationship a little bit, which is something that I didn't expect with you. I just expected that. Not that I knew you were deeper than that, but I don't know why. Your first impression is that like you're quiet and reserved and didn't want to bring a lot to the table, I guess. But then you actually do.
That is okay, and
The tea is spilling. Matthew just shut up sometimes.
yikes.
Hey, stop talking about me that way.
Okay, that was one time, and you asked.
Wait, what? I'm confused. What's happening?
I
Okay,
think Twitter
you didn't
conversation.
ask specifically, but
I
somebody.
don't know.
asked.
There's a conversation going on that I don't understand, but I'm glad it's happening.
I can't with this shade.
Okay, the next one is tell your friend what you like about them. Be honest this time, saying things that you might not say to someone you've just met.
Oh, so because this is usually in a situation where you just met someone, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, what was the
I'm sorry.
question?
I'm texting Becky.
Tell your friend what you like about them this time. Be honest this time, saying things that you might not say to someone you've just met.
Oh, like
I feel like we've already.
nice things or like bad things or like what?
Nice things.
Okay.
Tell your friend what you like about
Oh,
them.
what you like about them?
Be honest this time, saying things that you might not say to someone you just met.
I like that you're opinionated. I like that you're passionate because I think sometimes it's annoying, but it's not like at an intense way. It's like in a way that I can't match because I am passionate. I'm intense, but not at the level you are. Like when you find something, you are like you pour and pour and pour into it so much that it's like kind of inspiring to me. I wish I could do that in some things.
It's kind of like that whole. Sorry, going to that. I think it's also. I think it's something that I really admire about you because you'll die on a hill. Like you'll be like no, like, and I'm like it doesn't matter. like I'm passionate about video making. Like I hate YouTubers. Okay, well we just won't talk about it. Like, but then you would be somebody who, if you felt comfortable, would be like, let's talk more. Like you're willing to.
Or you
debate
will.
It. Whereas I'm like conflict. No.
But you don't like conflict either. For the most part.
I'm just saying that you're like,
but I like to
you won't
defend
like. He'll defend
But
it.
the things that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
He'll defend it.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny too because Paul, the longer that Matthew's lived and been in our lives, and the more that you and I have both become more passionate about certain things. Like somebody tried to like tear down Witness, and Paul was coming back at it.
I was
coming
strong. It was everybody at work. Everybody at my job place did not like Witness, and I was like, you didn't like the live stream? Yes, it was kind of a silly idea, but the live stream reflected the name and the vision of Witness. It made sense.
Brand. Yeah, and Katy Perry isn't stupid. She knows that live video is where it's at.
Right.
Hello.
Also, I defended minimalism one time to my mom.
Oh. Hello.
Oh wait,
I told you about
that. You did, and then you were like, so
yeah.
It was like you were kind of ashamed about it. It was so funny.
I think that too, though, it just shows a level of understanding, and even like we thought about it a lot, or not thought, but more about the ideologies behind a label. Not even necessarily about things, but that's something that you're passionate about. Is like, don't put me in a box. I don't want to be put in a box. I don't want to just be a Disney guy. I want to be everything. Yeah. Like I am who I am. And I think that is something that I've learned a lot from you, and I've really, really enjoyed. And at times we've argued about things because it's been like, no, I don't understand them, but I think that's made me.
Abby, conflict? I don't know her.
Yeah, sometimes I like that you are always ready to like go and do something and like be happy about it and be accepting about it. And like, there's like movies I wanted to watch, like I wanted to share with you and stuff, but I'm like held back because I've, shared stuff with other friends and like they didn't care. They looked at their phone.
I can't say that I won't.
This is what I like about Paul.
Oh,
okay. When you said that, I just looked at it and I was like,
yeah, y'all look at me and I'm like, yeah, sorry, I look at my phone.
So, I just enjoy that you're very accepting, but not like, you're just, I don't.
You have your own opinions, but you'll like,
but I'm just open to new experiences, I guess.
Yeah, I do love new experiences.
And
I feel bad about my reaction though to Katy Perry when you guys got to meet her, and I was all like, guys, just relax. She's just a real person, and I was trying to like help you relax into it.
I just like to give you a lot of. I don't actually care.
No, really. I just feel like I feel so bad about that.
That was fine.
I like that you're super positive and always looking at the bright side of everything and always trying to understand everyone.
Yeah.
You're always trying to look behind, like, but look at both sides.
Yeah, even whenever you were like.
Even when you're mad at people.
Yeah, no, even whenever you were mad at us the other day, I was like.
Oh, when I I was pretty mad.
Yeah, I
really
was like thinking, wow, I don't know, I was just thinking I wish I could be more like you, but I just,
Yeah, Paul got really mad and literally said, if I talk right now, I will say something I'll regret. And I was like, wow, like I would have already said it. And Matthew and I are both kind of that way. We're more assertive, not assertive, but like,
there was just
punchy.
no like, and
you're
like your
like,
mom says, don't say anything. If you know
like,
anything to say nice to say, don't say it at all. So it's like, there's no way to say this.
Paul was like, I'm gonna say something that I'm gonna regret,
and I'm all like, what? Like Paul's gonna go off, and Paul has gone off on me before. I will say that
he has never gone off on me,
Not
but
yet.
whenever I feel like you have gone off, I'm like, okay.
Well, he went off, and then it was all like stuff that he like really cared about, and was like, I'm just trying to help you grow. And then you guys, I'm not stupid. Like everyone just treats me like I'm stupid, and I was like, I don't want you to feel that way. I don't want you to like.
Yeah.
And so it was like really good for us to understand why you were upset about being upset. So anyway, that's a whole nother story for another day. But that's just it was. He went off on us in a way that helped me understand his situation and make me feel a lot of shame for how I did you.
I'm so sorry.
No, but made me feel and understand.
but
But it wasn't like a bad shame. Like it was like
and
it was put me in my place.
It made us listen to you better.
No.
And I understand your viewpoint.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, it was great. It was something I really great. Oh, what do you enjoy
And
about
I
me,
was-
Matthew?
Hi, Rose.
Your blue eye. No, just kidding.
This is a hard thing to do this because these are usually super superficial, quick questions. But because we know each other so well, it's interesting that it goes a little deeper.
I think I initially bonded with you first, so I don't know. I feel like we had a lot more. We all have the same stuff in common, but I feel like I did have a lot more in common with you in the very beginning, whenever we were like first talking, and then through you I get to know Paul. So I don't know. I feel like
I remember you getting really, really mad at people though when they would ask you which twin do you like more. You would get really like visibly frustrated with people. And
I
then,
just don't think that's. I
that's
don't
not
think
a fair
it's
question.
fair.
Yeah.
Because we're two different people.
Yeah. Mariah had the same problem when she'd get asked. She's like, it's not even a
just
question.
different people,
They're different people. But
I don't think that answered what I like about you though.
It doesn't matter. I know you like all of me.
Oh yes.
I
like
get on
that
your phone during
you-
movies.
Yeah, you like when I go to my phone during movies.
I like that you are. I like that both of you are excitable, but you're excitable in a way that's like in a different way than Paul is, because I won the Katy Perry meet and greet, and I knew that I could choose you, and you would be excited in a different way that Paul would be excited, and you just like went and you like let it be a moment, and you let it be the moment that I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm. Which I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because especially with the vlog at that time, it would have been, my focus would have purely been on how can I capture this in the most strategic way.
Which you would have done so much better than I did.
Yeah, but that's not what the experience was about.
Yeah.
The experience wasn't about capturing it. The experience was about the experience of the
Which I
moment.
think I did capture it, but I didn't do as good.
No,
Maybe,
it was
but
fine. I
but
wanted
No, but it was
wanted
very
to cap-
guerrilla.
I wanted it to be captured, but it was like
It was done in the proper way, where I would have ruined the mood.
yeah, I wouldn't.
I would have been over there telling everyone else, guys, calm down, she's just a real person, and everyone would have hated me.
I think that was something though that I going in was very much. I was excited. I mean, I've listened to Katy Perry since I Kissed a Girl came out. You know, not as nearly as intimately or as like obsessively, but I did like her hits, and I would listen to her hits on the radio and stuff like that, and enjoy them. I remember Friday Night coming out last Friday night and being like, oh, this is such a jam. That's before Bop was a thing. So I was very excited to meet her, but it wasn't nearly to the extent that you were. But I wanted to give you that moment too. I did feel like I was like a little bit out of place down there, but it was fun.
I felt like I was out of place.
Yeah, the kitty cats are crazy. In the best way.
But I also do like fighting with you too.
Fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. I hate fighting with you.
Paul just shuts down and is upset. You are more like.
No, I shut down because I know I'm going to say something mean, and I don't want to be mean.
But I'm very, very intentional and active.
Paul will fight. No, Luke will fight back. You don't fight back at all, really,
No.
that much. I mean,
Not
that
unless
I
you
enjoy
trigger a
fighting.
nerve.
If it's still like, I don't know.
But I try to be understanding though too, and to an extent. I remember I was on the phone with you, and we were talking about whatever, and I was in Nashville, and I remember because I was walking, or Knoxville, and I was walking around, and I was outside, and I said something, and it really triggered you, and then you yelled at me, so then I like flashed back out, but not in a way. I was trying to understand, and I was trying to get to you, and then I let you talk, and we had more of a dialogue. Whereas I feel like sometimes when I like say something, you'll just shut down and be quiet for a bit, and then you'll finally come back, and I'm like, just talk, just tell me. And I'm just like a guy that wants to just like fight it out right there.
Well, and we're both
We're that
verbal.
way.
We're a verbal processor, so like we won't like you sit and you have to think about it. You like literally internally process. Luke and I are
I
over
don't
here
know
like
the meaning of that.
figuring it out while words are coming out.
Which
Like,
is why we process so good in the car.
I think everybody loves this.
I think everyone's done with this. Okay, let's go on. What's the next one? Sorry, that was what you like about each other. I feel like what we like about each other is also things that we also find annoying, which is interesting that is something that you know, like how they say when you're like if you're dating somebody, sometimes the thing that is the most cute becomes the most annoying later after marriage or whatever. Not that applies
What do
here,
you
but
well, I think of like
What do you
100
like
days.
about me that I don't like about myself?
oh, I think we were just talking about how like not that you don't like about yourself, but kind of like those things that like we were just talking like sometimes you have to internally process, and sometimes that drives me crazy because I'm like just talk about it. But I also like that.
Like the
because I think
things
it's good
that
too.
like were like you know
That
when you
yourself
have
enough to do that.
I have some friends I don't want to name.
What?
But
Don't talk about anyone else.
No,
It's fine.
but like people, and I wanted to use this as an example, and it's similar to 500 Days of Summer, which I watched, and this made me think of that. But like he in the beginning, they kind of mix up the timeline, so it's like right next to each other. But it's like that first reaction to the things you love about a person, and then all of a sudden it's later in that relationship, and it's all the things that you liked about that person you hate.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of
No,
times
you don't
that's due
hate
to
it
conflict.
usually.
It's due to conflict, but it's it was interesting that I went through those steps with other people, and I'm like, oh, so like I kind of watched that. I'm like, I don't want to like have those type of first impressions. I want to just see a person as who they are, so that I don't feel that way later.
Share with your friends an embarrassing moment in your life. This is a hard one because I usually block these out of my memory, so I don't usually remember. What's an embarrassing moment for you?
Yeah, I usually block these out. I usually think, remember this for story time, and then I don't.
I don't remember.
I have a horrible time remembering.
I'm trying to remember. I do remember graduating college and being terrified that I would trip down the stairs. After you received, I don't know, that was just a big fear. But it didn't happen.
I just would always feared that I put the tassel on the wrong side.
I did put the tassel on the wrong side.
You did do that.
I did do that.
I was embarrassed about that. You were.
What?
One time I farted at the post office and it smelled like straight up poop, and my mom was so mad at me. I still think it was hilarious.
That's a goal. That's goals. That's goals right there.
Oh my gosh. What is it good at? I mean, mine usually revolve around farting in places I should not fart. But like,
thinking about your sharding stories and this. Yeah.
I don't think I've never
gosh.
I think we've shared those.
I think I get embarrassed in the moment, but I don't have.
Like like it doesn't like linger.
No, I think.
Linger.
Yikes. Yeah.
I don't really. I don't know. I feel like I do get embarrassed, but it's not.
Some people have to bring up an embarrassing moment. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like,
that's
I think,
true.
like,
what was that? Paul was doing a tap dance and literally in performance forgot and just stopped. Paul and Mariah both stopped.
Me and Mariah are like very professionalistic when it comes to dancing, and we were doing Moses, and it wasn't quite ready yet.
Moses
from Singing in the Rain, and it wasn't quite done yet. We really should not have been performing it, but we had to for the class, and so
we didn't have to, but it was just
like we had planned to. And so we did it. It was in the middle of a bunch of different things, and we just in the middle of the dance forgot it and just kind of stopped until we could start again, and it was bad. It was very bad. It was the most embarrassing dance I've ever done.
And every time I bring it up, Paul gets mad at me because I always bring it up while I'm in tap class. I'm like, oh, Paul, remember that time you forgot your dance?
I'm so embarrassed about that. That was the worst dance of my life. That's the worst performance of my life.
That's me bringing up an embarrassing moment for you. Do you have one for me?
No, I don't remember them.
I don't remember.
Just like I can't remember when I was right. You always tease me about how I'm always wrong, and I'm like,
I
was right!
I don't like, I don't like my mom. I don't like watching myself back in videos and stuff, and my mom likes to replay this one video where I'm playing piano at a piano recital, and I'm like raising my eyebrows because I'm like so nervous, and I'm like, what does everybody think of me? But that's like, I don't know. That's how I was communicating it, I guess.
You were raising your eyebrows like...
I just like make faces while I was playing the piano because I'm like trying to like play the right keys, and I don't like it when my mom brings that up.
I don't really remember. I'm sure there's times I feel like embarrassed, but I don't really remember that.
Becky, we were watching your story. Becky Griggs just said that on her first on her first ever dance concert, at the end we had to run and do a cool pose. And my shoes were slippery, and I slipped and landed it on my butt in the middle of the front of the stage. And then she said she was just laughing uncontrollably. So I've never done anything like that, but those I saw.
You literally stopped in the middle of it.
I just stopped.
Okay.
I didn't fall down. I just stopped. But I did see, it was really funny, a video of Beyonce slipping and like falling down, but like how she handled it made me love Beyonce, even though I don't really care for Beyonce. I don't hate me for that, but I don't really care for Beyonce. But
you don't care about her music.
Yeah, sorry, Becky. But she, like, the way she handled that stage performance was really cool.
She's an icon on the stage for sure.
Yeah.
What was the next one? Sorry.
I don't know. There was something that I thought of.
An embarrassing moment?
Yeah.
I don't know. The next one is, when did you last cry in front of another person or by yourself? The last time I told you this today. Last time I cried was 2 years ago, 2016.
Wait, the last time I cried?
Yeah,
okay.
But it was about somebody had like done something that made me really mad to you, and I was telling it to my now ex. But yeah,
you cried?
I did. I cried.
Oh, give me a hug.
No, that was 2 years ago. Stop.
I just want to know.
Paul wishes he had experienced me cry. I do not cry really.
Not very often.
Not often.
Oh, but I love to cry. Oh, if I could cry.
You cried in front of us the other day.
I did. If I could cry all the time, I would. Oliver J. Hughes, he cries a lot. He says him and Matt Terwilliger both, and I think maybe it was when they had kids. They said both of that changed when they had kids. But they both cry a lot, and I'm just like,
I've always cried a lot.
I just wish I could cry all the time.
That always makes me happy.
Sunday night.
When did I cry?
Monday
night?
No, you cried before my parents came.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wasn't that long ago?
Yeah,
Dang
it was
I
when
didn't
the
know
night
that.
we went to
American
Idol.
Yeah, I got really upset.
Mm-hmm.
And I
I started like tearing up earlier when I was talking about friendship. Does that count?
Yeah,
I saw your eyes get
No,
wide.
you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I wasn't going to say anything, though.
What question are we on? It's 10 o'clock.
31.
Oh, wow.
I don't really cry by myself anymore.
Yeah, I don't really cry by myself.
I've wanted to.
Tell your
I'll
friends
lay down on
something
my bed and wanna cry.
that you like about them already. I don't know, that's weird because this is not like a first time we've seen each other, but we've already talked about what we like about each other, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. What if anything, is too serious to be joked about? I have a lot of those, and Matthew still jokes about them. So
I don't joke about.
I don't think it's okay to joke about suicide, and Matthew.
I do not. I joke about passing away.
That's
because
true.
I'd rather be in heaven with my Lord and Savior than on this foul earth.
Okay,
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, we asked this. We were talking about this at work when I first started, and Clayton asked me if there was anything that was too far.
Follow
Oh, do you want me to open the window? No, but there's something that's too far to be joked about. It was funny that at work they asked Clayton on one of my very first days. It was like right at the beginning when I started working there. We were joking about something with Spencer. Me and Clayton were, and then Clayton turned to me and said, "Hey, Paul, is there anything that we should not tease you about?" Because like we were teasing him, and it was okay. It had been fine. And he said that to both of us, and I said, well, you know, I just like as a kid, I was kind of super embarrassed and mortified by like people calling me gay all the time, and I hated that because I wasn't, and so I just don't like that. And he's like, oh, Paul, that happened to everybody, and I was like, I know, but I don't know why it just happened a lot, and I hated it, and it just like people thought I was, and they would just tease me about it, and I was like, I'm not, and nobody would listen to me, and it hurt my feelings. And he's like, all right, well, no taken. And they just never teased me about it.
Yeah, that was, I guess, something we got teased a lot about. One time, I was talking to a guy on a...
People on YouTube ask you if you're gay all the time, but that doesn't really bother me because everybody asks that question. So it's like,
yeah, we don't get that a whole lot, though.
No.
We have pretty cool, supportive...
you guys are pretty awesome, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't ever tease you about.
Oh, thank you, Matthew.
One thing that I don't like... One thing that I think is too far to tease about is... It kind of goes hand in hand with that, but I was on a work trip, and one guy that was on that trip was teasing me. We were in a group setting, but teasing me, and then he knew I was a twin, and he
was a
teased
jerk.
me weirdly about... He was implying things about homosexuality and twins, and I said, that's too far, and then I just walked away. I remember we were eating. I walked away, I got my check, and I left.
Yeah,
I didn't even have a car. I walked back to the hospital.
The hotel. I thought it was in the evening.
No, we were getting lunch.
That was in the middle of the day. That's even worse. Because then you like deal with all that.
No, and then he was still on my floor. He would still come harass me on my floor. I was real mad about it. Anyway, that's too far. What?
That's terrible.
I said, Abby, don't ever type that ever again.
What'd she say?
No, don't. That's what somebody thought our YouTube channel was called when we told them. And it was bad. I was telling a coworker at Starbucks. They asked what our YouTube channel was called, and I said TwinSauce. He's like, oh, TwinCest, and I was like,
No.
hell.
Don't say that on the live stream.
I was so
Anyway, that's one thing that I don't think is okay to
mad.
joke about. Do you have anything?
Thank you, Tracy. I will tell you, and you can go tell them all.
I don't. Yeah, I was teased a lot for being like
Different.
more effeminate as a child. I don't really like to be joked about with that either. But
I'm picking my nose
I
on
don't
the
know.
stream. Sorry, guys.
I just feel like there's things I don't think about until they happen, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
no, don't. Luke is so funny. There was somebody that was teasing me. This is one thing that I don't like to be teased about, and I didn't realize this until somebody was at our house, and they teased me about it, and I was, it's
Yeah.
Luke and I talk.
No.
You don't talk about that one?
Don't.
Okay, I won't mention that.
That's just not.
But it was interesting that when that happened, then I suddenly realized like this is too far.
If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, What would you most regret not having told someone? Why haven't you told them yet?
Huh?
Like if you're gonna die and you can't tell anyone anything more, what would you regret about not being able to tell that person?
There's so many people I want to tell them that like I care so much for them and their hearts, and like I think they know, like that I just love people. I love a lot of people. I have a heart that easily loves people, but it also easily gets hurt. But there's a lot of people that I don't think know that, like know how I feel about them,
How
or
much you love them.
Yeah, or if I did, like, or how much I'm thankful for them and their lives. And I think that like I should just tell. Why don't I text people that? Why don't I just say, hey, I was thinking about you, and I just really care about you, and I love you, and I just think you're the greatest. You're such a cool person. If I died tonight, I would want you to know that. I could just tell people that all the time. I have a text. I just text somebody. I don't.
You have like a text list of people you just text.
You just text that too.
Yikes.
Why don't you make a list? People I want to text and tell them how much I love them.
I don't know.
You don't have anybody that you think doesn't know? Because I feel like a lot of those people do know, and I wouldn't like regret not telling any of them anything because I think they would know.
You know.
I would tell off some people.
The opposite.
I would regret not yelling at some people.
Not like me.
No.
Oh.
No, I know.
Other people.
Other people. There's a few people I'd want to tell
No,
off
I
too.
think I don't tell my mom that I love her enough, so I would tell my mom that I would be upset that I didn't tell my mom I loved her, because last night I had a dream that she was crying and I was upset about it. So I called her this morning and I told her about the dream, but I just told her that I said I love you in the dream. So if you're watching this, Mom, I love you.
Your house catches fire, containing everything you own. After saving your loved ones and pets, so all people and pets are saved, you have time to make one final dash and save one item. What would that one item be?
Oh yikes! One item?
One item.
From a fire.
I like to think that everything I own is actually, because all of my files are backed up on the cloud.
Mine
so
are
I
not.
could always, yeah, yours aren't.
Calm down. I need to get organized that. I mean, I'd be sad. I'd be sad about like cameras and computers and phones and
the expense of it.
the
all.
expense of it all.
Replaceable.
But that's all replaceable. There's like, as long as people are safe, I don't really care. Like stuff is stuff, and it'll
One
come.
item.
There's not one item.
I
that
don't have
think-
my one item anymore.
Was it that sticker?
Yeah. Just kidding.
Oh, if we talk about regret, oh no, I regret.
I have this one. It's a vintage. I can go get it right now. It's a Haunted Mansion box. It's like a puzzle box, and it's stupid, but I took all of my fortune from every time I ate Chinese food, and I stuck it in that box, and it's like a little wooden box. So I don't know. I have attachment to that possession. I just like
that one thing.
Yeah, because I feel like it encapsulates like my love for Disney, and it's old, and it's like tied to my mom, and my mom found it at Goodwill, and it was like such a cool, like rare find, and yeah, I don't think I could ever get one again. I mean, I could for a lot of money, but
like easily, you would not.
And
Have
you couldn't replace all the
and
the
and it
things
wouldn't mean
inside.
as much.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything super sentimental that I would be like.
Yeah.
I can't get that again. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I don't.
All my plants are technically replaceable, but the plant itself isn't.
Well, especially because you started a lot of these from just
most
like
of these
babies.
are seedlings, little seedlings.
All seedlings that grew to big things.
They grew to big things. So that would be sad, but not. I wouldn't.
You could
choose-
start again.
I think that if I did anything, one possession.
Let's be honest though, if this place burned, our apartment would smell great. Because this thing is this trunk that you're sitting on is our.
Burned up. By the time the fire got up here, it would be so hot.
That would have
This
melted.
burn for like 5 seconds, and then it would like move on.
Yeah, but all of that
Candles.
That's true. It would just vaporize it probably.
Anyway, let's not talk about that. I don't like to think about that. But I don't think I actually have an item that I would need to come back in and get. I think if I did, I'd probably get my laptop. But even that, I don't. That's not something that's.
I'd almost grab my phone. It's more practical within a real world scenario of like not having a house.
True that. Of all the people in your family,
He said the plants.
of all the people in your family, whose death would you find the most disturbing and why? Definitely yours, and that's because we have such a deep weird family brotherly bond that
What are
I've
you
told
talking
I've told Matthew this, and I've told my parents this, and I've told everybody this. I said, if Paul dies, instantly put me in a mental institution and make sure that I'm stable before I leave.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I would be borderline suicidal.
I don't know if I'd be suicidal. It would take me a long time to get over that.
Yeah. It would be very.
I'd go home and I'd live with mom and dad for a while.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
And I would
Try to
normalize it and grieve
I
properly.
do not know how I would do that.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
I do not know how I would do that.
I love you, Betty.
Love you.
What?
Let's hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, no kidding.
That would be very hard. What about you?
I think I would be disturbed if any of my family died, like, but in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it was any of my siblings, I would be sad that I wasn't like,
Closer or
Yeah.
around them more
Yeah.
or
like, if it was my parents, I would be like.
The term disturbing is
Sad.
weird. What does that mean? I guess I don't know.
I think like if something, I mean,
Would be most effective, maybe?
I don't want to like.
Let's not think about it.
Yeah.
I don't like to think about it. Share a personal problem and ask your friend's advice on how he or she might handle it. Also, ask your friends to reflect back on how you seem to be feeling about the problem you have chosen.
Yeah, my dad has close friends that were
Twins. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, my dad had close friends that were twins, and his twin died.
How did he?
My mom said, and the one that is left, it's horrible for him.
Yeah, it would just be.
My computer is a witch.
Computer's a witch.
I
I don't really know because we've talked about stuff like problems and I don't know. This is a weird question. Let's go to the alternate questions. The variations.
If you could choose the sex and physical appearance of your soon-to-be-born child, would you do it? Yes, I would want it to be twins, and I want them to be redhead, and I would want to name them Hallie and Annie.
Hallie. Oh, no, I would be Fred and George straight up if they were boys.
No, they would need to be girls.
No, boys.
If I'm having a boy, I'm not having a kid.
I would.
What?
If I'm having a boy, I'm not having a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to know. I wouldn't choose. I just would love God to make it work whatever he would most need it to be or want it to be. Would you be willing to have horrible nightmares for a year if you would be awarded with an extraordinary wealth?
Not worth it.
Yes. Yeah.
It's.
I would never have to work again.
Yeah, you could
have nightmares
up.
for you could just wake up and
Yeah.
you know how you can like control your dreams, like you get to a place of what's that called?
Yeah.
You can like start like controlling your
I don't
dreams.
think that's part of it. You would still have to have the nightmare.
Of course.
That's getting out.
But you could
of
just
it.
wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or those dreams, those nightmares where you can't wake up, where you don't know how to wake
But
up.
I also think that you have a specific terrifying fear of nightmares for
Yeah,
some
I do.
reason. You don't even dream anymore, really.
I blocked that out. Actually, I do. I do know I wake up with emotions
Yeah.
from a previous dream that has been blocked out of my mind.
While on a trip to another city, your spouse/lover
Sometimes
meets
I
and
get
spends a
something like
night
that.
with an exciting stranger.
Ooh.
Given that they will never meet again and could never otherwise learn about the incident, would you want your partner to tell you about it?
I think.
We're talking like a romantic
Yeah.
interest.
I
Like-
don't know.
Hypothetically,
I
Yeah.
feel like that would like.
I feel like it comes down to trust. Like if
first of all, if I'm going to be a person that would do that, I don't really want to be with them. But
I feel like that would damage it beyond repair.
if you knew about it,
Yeah.
yeah, it would be hard for me. So would you want to know? Would you rather just
Yes.
not know? I mean, yes and no. I think I would want to know, but also, I don't think it would not help the marriage last or whatever partner spouse. Because a
yeah,
relationship
no,
would-
I think when it comes down to trust, I think that bond, that like relationship would have to, you have to tell that, and I don't know, you can work on it.
Do you feel like you know us better now? I don't think this really revealed anything new.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
How about you? Do you feel like you know us better, the three of us? I don't know.
Hey, Chris, check your notifications. You may not have them turned on, or they may be turned off on your app on your phone. I know sometimes mine gets turned off. For like the actual app.
Did you read your mom's?
What'd you say?
What?
She said, I told Teddy no witch books from the library, so you have no witch laptops either, okay?
She said you just guaranteed yourself all boys.
Yeah.
Matthew.
Oh, yeah, because I
saying
said
you
that.
didn't want to.
I like the question. I like this question.
Divorce, you can't trust him. I really want kids sometime, but in the distant future.
I would be so mad
What?
if I knew that somebody.
Can someone
Yeah.
give me a hug?
No, you're sick.
I'm not sick. Yeah. That wasn't a very good hug. Your shoulders and my chest.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, I looked up. You gotta go.
Oh.
Up or up or down, down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, there you go. Just for you.
Yeah.
I'm biting my nails. I'm trying to gnaw my fingers off.
Make sure maybe turn the notifications off and then turn them back on your apps if you're not getting
Maybe
the
let's care
notifications.
about genuine human connection.
Wait, what?
I mean, I guess that leads. Okay, whatever.
Wow, overcritical hug. I want a hug, Paul.
Hi guys, BRB on my way.
Yuck, hugs. Yeah, I didn't give your mom a hug when she left. I was just like, okay, bye. I was like, I knew she didn't want a hug.
That's crazy.
But it was so weird to us.
Yeah.
We walked in, Paul and I, because Matthew was at work, but we
sent them off and we said bye.
We said bye, and we knew they didn't really want hugs, and so they left. And then Paul walked in, Paul was like, it feels so incomplete without giving them a hug.
I know. I just feel like it's so normal.
Someone give Matthew a hug? No.
No.
That's fine.
BRB hugging Matthew.
Yikes. I'm gonna pass away.
I'll give you a little squeeze.
Look at my biceps. Squeeze.
Ew. Shut your face.
Do you guys feel like you know us any better than you did before? Maybe, maybe not. Let us know.
They said they do.
Ouch. Y'all, ouch, that really hurt.
Sorry.
You guys all mean so much to us, so I'm hoping that this maybe, if anything, helped you understand a little bit more about who each and every one of us are. I don't know, how many people are actually watching right now? Do you know? Is it kind of hug Shane next time, or Teddy?
Or through her
The peace sign. Yeah, that picture of her with the peace sign from the Marceline Museum.
Oh yeah, dude. Teddy needs her on Instagram so
She
she can
does.
post some of those.
I got
killer
some bomb photos of her.
Same with
It was so
Colby.
much fun.
We had some killer ones of him too.
Yes, this was an experience. Thanks, guys.
12 things. Mars only learned 12 things.
Oh, thanks, Mom. That was very specific.
We can talk about it. Yeah.
It's weird knowing things about you, not really knowing you on a personal level. Yeah, I mean, I think this is it really is a personal level at some point. But yeah, I guess. Oh yeah,
Mara, you didn't need to retract that. I thought that was such a great statement.
12. No, I thought that was fantastic. I love it.
Oh gosh.
No, I think it's great. That is all for today. We are in half an hour overdue our
For our
usual live stream
time.
time. But we are.
Oh, we still have 4 minutes. Matthew can give his life story.
No.
Yikes.
This is not my channel.
Who cares?
Are you gonna have you done a Draw My Life or anything? I want to do a Draw My
No.
Life at some point.
You don't really care to do
But I'm
any
not
of
gonna
that
do
stuff.
one.
Why? It's so cool to get people to know you.
No.
You have to tell me off
Oh,
the live
thanks,
stream.
Jordan.
Why?
It was meant to go to a friend through a text.
Oh, that's my favorite.
I think it was the greatest.
It was a great moment
mishap.
for me because I was like, have you learned anything today? And then just 12.
Yeah, Abby, we're so glad you were able to join in on this one as well.
Alrighty, guys. Well, hey, if you have any prayer requests, let us know real quick. We're going to pray for you guys. And then we are going to hit the hay.
Tracy says, I think I've learned that Paul is upset about Luke's head appearing smaller than when he leans back for some reason.
Yeah, see, I can lean back. But if Luke leans back, then the framing is wrong. So, only me.
Matthew, we love learning more about you.
Becky Griggs, don't go.
I miss you so much.
I agree, Becky. We need to come to Australia.
Yeah.
Travel international,
You know what?
We need
Let's
to
just go, because, VidCon Australia is this weekend, or soon. And Becky's a feature creator. It's the creator challenge. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that her and one other person, Luke
and somebody else I didn't recognize, are all. So does that mean you get? Yes, he is. Yeah.
Don't make that face.
Yeah, so we're very proud of her. So if you haven't, please go over and give her some love on her channel. We love her so much. Prayer requests. I learned to be careful.
Lemonade got up at my dad's knees.
He barely
can
walk right now. That's so sad.
That's not good. I'm not featured. Well, you're close enough, Becky Griggs. Take it.
She's a finalist in a video contest, so she might potentially win, and we are so excited.
But Becky Griggs will always win things.
Becky,
because in our hearts, it doesn't even matter. She's the winner.
Is there only 3 finalists this year? Are there only 3? Because I think that's all I saw when I was looking at their Twitter feed, and then I was a little confused. Maybe there was more, and I didn't read it right, but. Amara had a really hard week with anxiety, and my dad's looking for possibly quitting his job and moving to a different job. Oh, does that mean you might have to possibly... Oh, no, the winner is... That's...
Kate Popsy. Oh, yeah, well, Becky Griggs, you're the winner in our hearts because you're the only one.
We believe that you're the winner. So does that mean you'll go on stage, or that your video will be shown in front of everyone again?
Oh, wow, Amara, that's hard.
That's so hard. But we'll be praying for
you and for Becky Griggs to be a featured creator, and they will notice the error of their ways and make her the winner.
I don't think they can do that now. They wouldn't have to move, but that would still be sad for him, and also really overwhelming as well, I'm sure.
Well, we can just start praying. You guys can continue to give us prayer requests if you have them, and that way we can get this thing wrapped up, okay?
This show on the road.
All right, I'll start out. Heavenly Father God, I thank you for today. I thank you for just this time for us to get to know not really each other better, but to help everybody on this live stream get to know us a little bit better, and I'm thankful for that. I do thank you for just the vulnerability here in this room with Matthew, Luke, and I, and just being able to share our hearts with each other, both in positive and some negative ways. And I think that that's really powerful. It's hard to do that with your friends, and I think that thank you for giving us this relationship and for blessing it. I do pray for Becky as VidCon Australia is coming up. I just pray that you'll be with her, help her to have so much fun, and also to really make a lot of really great friends and be able to see old ones and make some new ones. I do pray for Lemony, her dad's knees. Just pray that you'll really heal his knees and give him the ability to walk again. I know they can be really hard for the family, and I just pray that you'll be with him and his family. I pray for Mara. She's had a really hard week with anxiety, and we just pray that you'll wrap your arms around her and really lift her up and give her just patience and peace in this time of anxiety. I also pray for her dad as he's looking for a different job and quitting his job and moving to a different one. I just pray that you will give him wisdom there, as well as the right place and the right fit for him. I do pray for Larry East, Jeff Moore family, and praise Teddy. It's doing better. Oh, good. I do pray for Larry East and the Jeff Moore family, and we praise you that Teddy is doing better, eating veggies and meats and limiting the fruits and sugars. God, I just pray that you'll continue to help Ted and Lisa figure out what's going on with Teddy and her digestive system, and just that you'll really be with them and the family, and just give them wisdom as they continue to press on. Also heal Teddy and her just this is so hard for her. She's so tiny as it is and growing right now, and I just pray that you'll be with her and really give her healing. I think you could take over. Did I miss anything?
Yeah.
Oh.
Father, I thank you for this day. I thank you for the opportunity to get to know one another better, and also to share a little bit more about our stories with the different people on the live stream. God, I thank you for the opportunity and the platform that you have given us here on YouTube, and we are thankful so much for that. I want to pray for Matthew's extended family as they're going through the loss of a great uncle, and it's just so painful to lose anyone, God, and I pray that you will be with their family, with Jeff's immediate family, and also just the extended family around them. God, comfort them and give them peace through this time of great pain and mourning. I want to pray for Abby, God. She started school yesterday. I pray that you will be with her through this year of school. Also, her friend might be getting dumped, and I pray that you will be with him and for her to know how to comfort him through this time, God. And that is definitely a very, very difficult thing to go through. I also want to pray for Mara and her papa, and as there's just a lot of changes potentially happening soon. Be with their family as any changes with like that kind of with a dad's job shift can be very, very stressful on everyone. I pray that you'll be with them, be their peace, be their home, be their comfort in this time, God. Thank you so much for what you're doing in their lives and through them. Thank you so much for Becky being able to be one of the featured video finalists that is going to be at VidCon Australia. God, we are so proud of Becky and what you're doing through her, God. We thank you so much for that, God. I also want to pray for Mara's friend's babysitter. She flatlined while she was working for them, and she's been revived and is in ICU. But God, I pray that you'll be with that family as that happens there, God. God, for everyone who, for Elijah, as a friend of mine, has passed away from a car accident last week. I pray for that friend's family and also just the community surrounding that friend. God, I pray that you'll be with them and give them comfort. Lots of deaths, God, this week, so I pray that you will be their comfort and their guide in every situation that is unique, God. I pray for all the unspoken prayer requests or the ones that we missed, God. I pray that you'll be with each and every one. Again, be their peace, be their home, be their safety, and help them for those worrying about the future, like myself, and looking for jobs or whatever the case may be. I pray that you will give us peace while we wait and are patient as we sit in your hands as you guide and direct our paths, God, each and every day. Bring us back to you and show us what's really important. Thank you for everything you're doing in each and every one of our lives, God, in our friendship and in our creativity. May everything we do be for the glory of you. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Dear God, I just want to lift up everybody in this live stream and thank you for all of their individual lives and help them feel like they are important and they are loved and that they can do all the things that you have created them to do. And bless our future travel endeavors, going to Indiana and Tokyo, and thanks for letting us make friends on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
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 You guys can be praying for Luke and Matthew. We're all going to Indiana
For a wedding.
this weekend.
We're
So
going to go see the Bean in Chicago.
On our way home.
I talked to a guy from Chicago today at work, and he said the Bean. He's like, the Bean. Why would you go see that? I was like,
Because it's
everyone else
iconic.
goes see in Chicago.
He said there's some really cool stuff along the pier, along the
Navy
water.
Pier
Like,
that I haven't heard of, but I've heard of the Bean.
You've never heard of the Navy Pier?
I have heard
That's
of the Navy
iconic.
Pier.
yeah,
But
that's
Iconic Chicago. You can see the whole skyline from it. It's great. I've done
I
Navy
wanna take the
Pier and the
train.
Bean, and I would love to take the train, but we'll see. We might need to park outside and take the train now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to figure that out. We love you guys
Yeah, but be
so
praying for
much.
us.
Thank you so much. You'll see all of that in a vlog because we're going to be doing a weekend vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed our video. We uploaded 2 videos. One of just the dance that we performed with the choreographer Grace from this weekend.
It's also in the big vlog.
It's also in the big vlog. So if you watched the big vlog, you caught it as well. So thanks so much for that. Go ahead and to keep updated, follow us on Twitter. Mostly on Instagram. I don't do a whole lot on Twitter. Follow Matthew.
yeah, subscribe to me.
His deets are all below. He's uploaded 2 videos last week, and we're going to upload 1 this week. So be in tune. Paul and I might, we don't know yet, doing something
Don't
for
give
that.
anything away.
We
Stop
might do
it.
something. We might
And,
stop talking.
don't talk about
I love you guys so much. I
it.
love you. I love you. I love you. And
Bye.
also, Becky, come visit soon, or we need to just come to Australia. That's really what needs to happen because you've come here twice. So
Don't take it back for me.
don't die.
Goodbye.